Hello YouTubers and Bionicle fans, it's me, Nuvo135 again, doing Bionicle 2008 set review 2. As you can tell, I am now reviewing Makuta and Traz, the leading Makutas of the Fantoka Makutas and the Makutas in Cardanewian, yeah. Before I begin, I really want to point out something about his name, Antraz. First off, his name is pronounced Antraz, not Antraz, like most people believe. That is incorrect, because I went to Biosector, which I suggest everyone goes to find out more about their stats and stuff, and his pronunciation is called Antraz. His name might be like Antraz, but it's Antraz. I just want to point it out. In fact, I think the only person that I've ever heard pronounce his name correctly is a good friend of mine and popular YouTuber, the Shadowed One. So yeah. Now that I pointed that out, let's begin with the review. Now then, I have realized that he and Leo are like the two most popular Fantoka sets of 2008, and I think I see why. Now, first off, let's look at his mask. First off, his mask is called the Kanoi Jutlin Mask of Corruption, which, allows him to dissolve pretty much anything he sees. Now then, the mask does look very cool for some reasons. One is his teeth, as you can see. However, what is very interesting to know is that the teeth are not actually part of the mask's real form. So yeah, and what they're really supposed to be is Antraz using his shapeshifting powers to shapeshift them into teeth. So very creative. And I also kind of think that his eyes also match his color scheme, since his eyes are red, the mask, and stuff. Also, unlike the Tonio's, the Makuta's mask, like Antraz's, have two coloring schemes. Antraz's is dark red and black in the back part of his mask, so that's very creative. Another thing very noticeable is the Fantoka Makutas possess bomb-like weapons known as Tridax pods. And I can see as to how they're used as bombs. First off, well, let's demonstrate. We're going to pretend Antraz is flying, alright? So yeah, so he's just flying and he's going to launch his Tridax pod, which, for the record, you press down on this to launch it and... oops. Yeah, so, also, what should be noted is that the Tridax pods are a little difficult to break. If you do it on hard ground, it's good. It'll probably break. But if it's on, like, this rug ground, you can see, it really won't break that easily. So, I'm just gonna open it up like this, and... And here are the, what are called Shadow Leeches, which are the dead Kratas mutated. Now then, what's very interesting about these is that they're completely made out of rubber. You can also tell by the fact they have little faces in the front and no teeth, so this is how they like bite and stuff. And what's very interesting about his back is that it has a little pixel piece. So the Shadow Leeches are actually able to connect to, well, Bionicle pieces. So that's very interesting. This also might be a good idea as to how the Avatars like Radiac and Kirik and Galva turn into Shadow Avatars. So there are some creative things. Alright, and that's pretty much what the Shadow Leeches do and what they are. So alright, let's put them back in the Tridax pod. And let's get Antraz back. First, let's put them back. Okay, Tridax box back in. And right, let's hang on. Get him standing up. Right? Okay, let's get back to Antraz. Alright, now that we witnessed his mask and pod, let's look at the rest of his details. First off, his wings. Now these are very cool pieces to my opinion. However, I don't really like the idea that they connected this to his arm. For an example, like if you move his arm like this, the wings move like that. Now I really find that a little irritating, since I just find it irritating because the wings, I really don't think they should do that. Although I naturally fix this problem by simply doing this, making them look right. But then again, that's when I have to do this. When I move them like this, then the wings, become like that. And I'll have to admit that does become irritating. That will bring the grade of Antraz down a little. But yeah, just a little, I'd say, since he looks cool and stuff. Now here's another thing that I know is very interesting, his weapon. Now this is a very cool weapon. That's his blade, by the way, which he uses it in battle. So yeah, very cool piece, and a lot of people use this piece for mocking for a lot of reasons, like they use it for shoulder pads and weapons and stuff like that. So yeah, I do find this a pretty cool creativity, since he's supposed to look really evil, since he's the leading Makuta in Cardanui. Okay, reviewed Antraz, let's review his Shadow Matoran partner, Radiak. Okay guys, here's Radiak. Now, a lot of people also like him for the fact that, well, first off, his mask looks very cool. It actually kind of looks slightly like Antraz's, but smaller and stuff. Now then, there's something very unique and different about Radiak. Unlike most of the Amatorans, Radiak actually has absolutely no hands. In fact, all he has as his feet are these blades. Now, yeah, I kind of thought these blades were, I guess, pretty creative for the useness of his feet, I guess. Another very cool thing about him is his body, since this is also new, or it was new at the beginning, and yeah, legs. And a very cool thing about him are his bat-like wings, which are considered to be razor sharp. So that's also pretty cool. The wings look cool, the mask looks cool, and yeah, I think Radiak's a pretty cool set for having only 4 legs. But anyways, let's see how he looks like with being connected to his Makuta partner, Antraz. Here's Antraz and Radiak connected to each other. Now then, as you can see from a very different point of view as to the Toanuvas, Antraz has to lean like this in order for Radiak to be like this. The Toanuvas, all they have to do is stand up, while the Makutas, like Antraz and Radiak, well, Antraz has to be like that. Now, I kind of find that a little annoying, because he can't stand up like this. Otherwise, yeah, then Radiak would look like that, which he'd be looking up at the, I guess, sky and ceiling, and so Antraz and Radiak are supposed to be like this. So, well, I guess it really wasn't supposed to be like this, because when they're flying, which I'll show you right now, like this. When they're flying, then they look like this, which I kind of think's okay, so this is what they look like when they're flying, which I think they look way cooler in this form than when they're standing like this. So, anyways, that's what they look like. Oh, and by the way, Antraz and Radiak, well, Radiak's used as Antraz's eyes since he's blinded, like all the Makutas. And, yeah. So, anyways, now let's see how they look like separated. Here they are separated, guys, so yeah, that's what they look like when they're separated. I kind of find this a little better for the Makutas. Anyways, now then, the question is, should you people buy Antraz and Radiak? For Antraz, I would say yes, because he's pretty cool. He does have some slight minor details that are kind of annoying, but despite that, he looks pretty cool, and yeah. Radiak, well, his creativeness, and wait, let me just fix one thing. Alright, there, his legs, all of his legs. Well, I find Radiak a very strange Matoran since he has 4 legs. But despite that, I say whatever. I give him like a maybe, because yeah, I just find it creative, but I also kind of find it a little weird because it's very unnatural to see a Matoran with 4 legs. It kind of makes him look like a Rahi in a way, but despite that, yeah. Now, you're wondering what grade I should give him. Well, I'm gonna give Antraz, yeah, I'm gonna give him an A because, yeah, he has pretty cool features, and yeah, he looks cool. Coloring scheme also gives him very good detail, so yeah. As for Radiak, I'm gonna give him a B minus because I thought, well, I just kind of thought that Lego could have done a little bit. I kind of like creativity of him having 4 legs, it's just that kind of makes him look like too much of a Rahi in a way, you know. So anyways, yeah, that's my Bionicle 2008 set review 2. And stay tuned for my next review with Kopaka and Sole.